Debates erupted in the UK over the possible return of a 19-year-old ISIL wife who holds British citizenship. 19-year-old Shamima Begum has spent 4 years in Syria but wants to return to the UK to raise her newborn baby now.
I think a lot of people should have sympathy towards me for everything I've been through. You know, when I didn't know what I was getting into when I left, and I just was hoping that maybe for the sake of me and my child, they let me come back. I never did anything dangerous. I never made propaganda. I never encouraged people to come to Syria.
Britain's Home Secretary strongly opposes the 19-year-old's return and says he will do everything to prevent it from happening. The UK's Justice Secretary, though, taking a softer stance. He says Begum has the legal right to return and that citizens cannot simply be made stateless. We asked people in the London neighbourhood where Begum used to live what they thought about her coming back home again, potentially.
I think she should be allowed, but under supervision.
If anyone has views that are dangerous to other societies in every country, I think they need to be not only strict. I think this is something that's really, really serious and it's been going on for too long.
She's a British citizen, so you can't stop it. So.
People who have shown terror sympathizing views are to be monitored and followed on.
I think she's still a UK citizen, so she should have the right to come back. She doesn't have another passport.
No, I think she should keep the baby. She could be a really good man. Just because she's a part of ISIS doesn't make her a bad person.
How would you feel if she was to move into your neighbourhood or next door to you?
I wouldn't be happy because I know she's a terrorist, potentially.
Well, I think that will not happen because I think for quite a while, they probably need to lock her up for a while. Maybe 10 years.
I wouldn't particularly like it, but that's unlikely to happen. So.
Well, Begum left the UK in 2015 along with 2 other teenage girls. She was 15 at the time. She said one of her friends later died when her home was bombed. We discussed the controversy with Philip Ingram, a former military intelligence officer, and Jahan Mahmood, a former Home Office counter-terrorism advisor.
She's an individual who chose to leave the UK of her own free will, swear an allegiance to a false state and a terror organisation, and that terror organisation wanted to destroy the very way of life that she had run away from. And that terror organisation has stated and has killed people in the UK. She still remains loyal to it. She hasn't condemned it. She hasn't felt any remorse for what she's done. So the British government's choice is whether they put any effort into bringing her back. And my personal view is I don't think they should. There'd be real difficulties when she came back and she would be a burden on society.
I believe she should be allowed back because she was groomed as a child, not as an adult. She was brainwashed, and we're fully aware that the ISIS online propaganda is remarkably powerful. So we should show her some level of mercy and clemency. And I think that it would also be advantageous for us if she were to come back, because we could perhaps unpick the influence that they were able to have on her and possibly divert or at least, obstruct other people from going in the future. So there are numerous reasons of why we should let her back in. No UK citizen can become stateless. Then on that basis, she should be allowed back. And secondly, we don't know of any crime that she has actually committed. I think we have the capability to ensure that she is fully integrated back into family life.